Okay. Hey, it's Barbara and my sidekick Watson, who is here to help me make Christmas cookies for people who struggle with all the cute little designs and everything. I got a couple of easy hacks for you. So we'll give Watson some cheese and we'll make cookies. I've already made a cookie dough and it's my favorite sprinkle cookie dough. So you can see it's got lots of sprinkles in it. It has to refrigerate for a few hours, so just plan ahead. And just use a big ice cream scoop. Since we're decorating the cookies, we want to be a little bit bigger than might otherwise, so I used a regular scoop. And this will kind of keep them all the same shape. If you don't have an ice cream scoop, just try to keep your balls, your cookie balls, all about the same shape so they don't cook too much. So go ahead and make these. I've got some that are cooling here, so we'll be able to frost them, and we'll make some Christmas trees. So whether you are making peppermint blondies or peppermint brownies, the struggle is to how do you get this little plastic stuff off of the candy canes, and the same if you're decorating cookies with candy canes. So you can cut it, and then it's just really hard to do. So what I found, if you break it, doesn't matter where you break it, then the plastic will come right off. You don't have to cut it, and just peels right off. And Watson thinks she needs some more cheese, and it's a good job for your kids or your husband while you're cooking to take these little plastic things off. So what we're going to do is, I'll take the rest of these off, but it's kind of fun to decorate. If you don't want to make any design, you put some frosting on these cookies, and then you can crush some candy canes on top. So to crush them, I'm going to put them in this plastic bag, and then just take this like a meat tenderizer, and just kind of crunch them up. And for these cookies, we want them to be, you don't want huge bites of peppermint. That's no fun. But you might want peppermint on it, make them festive. So crush them up. All right, our cookies are out of the oven and time to frost them. So I made a really simple butter icing. It's got butter and powdered sugar, that's about it. I think the butter is just kind of nice, gives it a little bit of texture. So you want to spread just a layer on top, just a thin layer. It doesn't have to be very thick because we're going to put the Christmas tree or whatever sprinkles on top, but just a little bit of frosting on top. And then what I did next was I put a little food coloring in some. Not all of it, but just a little bit, and I put it in a baggie, and that's all you need is a little baggie. You don't need fancy piping tools or anything, and what I did is I cut a really small corner, you can see that, in the baggie, so that when I scooch these out, I'll have a little piping. So Taylor showed me this recipe, or she came up with this idea, not really recipe, when we were trying to, I wanted to make something Christmassy, but I'm not really very good with decorating cookies, just not my thing. And so this is so simple. She's like, Mom, you can do this. And of course she came up with the idea, the creative one in the family, and I can do it. And so if I can do it, I know you can do it too. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a Christmas tree shape on the top of these cookies. And so I'll try to get this out of the way so you can see a little bit. Okay. So I'm just going to make kind of like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. And so it does not have to be like super fancy or anything. And then I have some sprinkles, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit, just some crystal sprinkles on that. Or you can do all kinds of little sprinkles and just make it a little festive. And as you do more, you'll get a little bit better at it. It's kind of a learning curve where you want your branches. But it really doesn't take much to look like a Christmas tree. You just gotta and then I'll put some more sprinkles on top. You want to make sure you get the crystals on top while the frosting is still soft, or they'll just kind of come off. And then you might want to do some with just some without decorating at all. And these are the little peppermint that I chopped up. And so I'm just going to sprinkle some of those on top. Now you might want to press them in with your fingers a little bit because they won't stay on. But as long as the frosting is still soft, when it firms up, they will, you'll get great little festive cookies. You can even put some more sprinkles on top of that, make it a little more festive. More sprinkles the better. So the nice thing about a butter icing is that when you refrigerate it, it's going to firm up. So it's like really sticky now. You can see, you know, it's sticky. But when you put it in the refrigerator, it'll firm up. And it'll stay firm until that butter comes to room temperature again. So you can keep these nice shapes, they won't squish. But before you store these, what I'll do is I'll just put this rack just like this in the refrigerator and let that icing firm up. And then I'll put them in whatever storage container I'm going to use and just put some parchment paper between them and put them in the freezer. And they are great. Great to give your gifts, great just to eat. These are my favorite cookies. They have sprinkles. You can kind of see the sprinkles. They are on the blog. It's called Christmas sprinkle cookies, and it's the same recipe as the sprinkle cookies. I just love the sprinkles, it makes them festive, and if you're really creative you can do different shapes, but Christmas trees are about the only shape I can make actually look like a Christmas tree. I've tried bells and stars and they don't really end up looking that much. But if you're a little bit better with your design, then just go, all you need is a baggie and a little scissor to cut the thing in, and you got Christmas cookies. So have fun.